Jessie, thank you so much for joining us today. I know that you are a woman that wears many hats in your profession, and I just wanted to know, were you able to continue with your practice as customary, or were you kind of blockaded with an emotional impasse during the pandemic itself?
I was not able to continue with my regular practice as customary,
Yeah.
which was largely public art,
Right.
community-based murals, and also commercial mural projects. And so I had two major projects canceled, and I was also working as an art therapist, and eventually was laid off in August.
Oh,
So not only was I not able to continue with my public art initiatives,
yeah.
but I also I had a complete disruption in my schedule, which actually, rather than stymied my artistic process emotionally, it really skyrocketed
Oh,
my need to create personal, meaningful art for me
mhm.
with my time. I had a new time on my hands that I hadn't had for years, and I realized that for many years while pursuing a career as an art therapist and also in mural painting, I had completely put my own vision and my own personal art making practice aside. So I was still doing commission based pieces, and I was still painting quick pieces on my own,
Mhm.
but in terms of really spending time and investing time in larger scale oil paintings, which I
Right.
feel so passionate about, I put that aside for many years, and I dove back into it midway through the lockdown. And
Mhm.
I feel like I rekindled a fire in me that it just feels really great to have again. And I feel more driven to create personal work than I've
Mhm.
felt in years.
What do you think your next steps are going to be? What's the next couple of months looking like for you? Do you have like a roadmap?
Yeah, so I did go back to work as an art therapist with an agency that's an outpatient mental health clinic for children. So I'm working part-time there, and but in terms of my artistic goals and in terms of keeping this fire alive, which I feel really driven to do, I have made it my goal this year and moving forward to just visit as many galleries as regularly as possible, especially as they're opening back up
Right.
with limited capacity. I started instituting a gallery Sunday rule.
Oh,
So every
nice.
Sunday, I'm going and checking out art. I would like to be much more invested in the art communities
Mhm.
in my neighborhood and within Manhattan, because there's so many that I've just sort of put aside for a while. I
Right.
haven't been as engaged as I wish I would. I would love to have gallery representation, and so I'm taking steps to try and achieve that. In addition to developing my own work even more,
Right.
I I have set out to actually get a studio. I've been working out of my apartment, and for many years, I just didn't have time working full time as an art therapist. And also, I'm a karate instructor, and I sort of have other, I've had other jobs throughout the years. So
Mhm.
to have a studio didn't make a lot of sense. I wouldn't have been able to spend enough time there. Now that I'm largely working from home, I'm
Mhm.
getting a studio, and yeah, I just really want to be as ingrained within the fine art world as I can be moving forward.
You also have an Etsy shop that you do commissions off of. How is that working out for you?
Surprisingly well. I've actually I've been surprisingly impressed with
Mhm.
sort of how many sales I've been getting with items that I haven't been putting that much time lately into my Etsy store,
Right.
in favor of other focusing on other areas, but
Of
I'm
course.
still bringing in more sales than I expected.
Would you say that for your practice, in order to get your I guess your presence out there more, are you kind of like leaning towards different platforms?
I'm very active on Instagram. I've been trying to increase my network and developing as much of a following there as I can. And I think I do okay there.
Mhm.
Yeah, it would be in my interest to expand to other platforms as well. It's just a little intimidating.
It's really important, and it's important for us to just remind ourselves that we are not alone, and to know that we're all going through this together really does mean a lot. So thank you so much.
Thank you. This has been a pleasure. I really appreciate being on here.